Good morning, everyone. Pastor Wes here, and this is our daily devotion, My Utmost for Satanta, episode 25 for the 28th of April. Today, I am reading again from Jeremiah chapter 45. Yesterday, we read verses 2 through 5. That's right. And today, I just want to read part of verse 5. We're going to focus on something a little different in here. It says this: "Should you then seek great things for yourself? Seek them not. Should you then seek great things for yourself?" And it's presented as we would understand it, a rhetorical question. Should you? No, seek them not. Recently, I'm a fan of fighting, of boxing, of mixed martial arts, a number of different varieties of it. And recently, one of the guys who is just highly, highly respected in his sport, one of the champions, a man who is roundly regarded as being an upright and decent man, withdrew from a fight around Christmas time and then took a long layoff. And he finally came out and said why. He said, I was working out. It was Christmas Day, and I was off in fight camp by myself, getting ready for a fight. I was working out by myself. I hadn't seen my family. I hadn't seen my kids. And I was just like, what am I doing? Why am I here? Shouldn't I be home? How many birthdays? How many holidays? How many Christmases? How many Easters am I going to miss? There's something not right about what we're going to do. And again, this man is at the pinnacle of his sport, one of the best ever, at one of the toughest weight classes. He had climbed the mountain in the pursuit of greatness, in the pursuit of great things. He had arrived. He had gotten there and done so, if you will, in some sense of the right way. And he looked around and he said, you know what? It's not right. I'm increasingly skeptical as I get older, and maybe this is just a part of who I am, but I'm increasingly skeptical of this pursuit of greatness, this pursuit of being the best, this pursuit of, my dad always says, changing the world. And I'm increasingly skeptical of that because it just seems to be so me-focused. So I-focused. I'm going to do great things. I'm going to be on top. And there's just story after story after story throughout the annals of human history about people pursuing that end and finding it to be a bitter pill. Tonight I was watching the movie Monster U with my kids, and I was thinking after the two protagonists, Mike and Sully, after they get kicked out of college, what if instead of getting back into college through this harebrained scheme and moving on to become great scarers as they dreamed of doing, what if, like real life, they had moved on? And they had discovered that really their calling, their passion, the place they belonged in the world was something completely different. You see, we're taught to have this idea, this thing we want to do, this thing we want to be, and to hold on to it tightly and to dig our fingers into it and pursue it at all costs. Do what you love, right? And I can't help but wonder if that isn't foolish. What if the life that we've been called to, the life we really need, that our soul hungers for, what if we have to let go of our dreams, divest ourselves of those things that we covet for ourselves, and ask God and say, hey, God, what are those things? What if we're not going to come to it by ourselves? And what if the thing that will fulfill us, that will give us contentment and a sense of purpose and use the gifts that God gave us correctly for the work that He has for us? What if we can only find that by saying not, what are my dreams, but what are my dreams getting in the way of? What does God have in store for me instead of what do I have in store for me? So just some food for thought. Let's really, really, really discipline ourselves in every aspect of our lives, even our expectations for life, to say not what I want, not about me, not about mine, not about my glory, but about God and God's vision for me and God's plan for me and God's glory. Because the truth is, not only is that what's best for us and what we should be doing as servants of God, but I really, really believe that that is the life that if we live it, we'll truly discover that that's the life we wanted all along. I kind of like this phrase, your best you, living your best life, but the best life is not the one that you come up with. As believers, we got to know that. The best life is the life that God intended for us. And what we're really doing is not seeking and trying to find and fulfill our dreams for life, but seeking to try to find and live out the dreams God has for us. Until we meet again, God bless you.